Finance meeting. It's December 20th. It is 6 p.m. on the dot. We'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll do roll call. Oh, I don't think this is where, it's just like church. Right? Yeah, this is,
Yeah.
$500,000 from the gym rack, you gotta be kidding.
Yeah, you know why?
How do you live with yourself?
I don't run it.
How do you live with
I don't
yourself?
run it. What are we doing?
I never got a dime.
check.
You know, we signed an agreement that day to do all the management of
It's gonna be hard to hear in here. Check, there it is. Okay,
it.
awesome.
I'm serious.
Thank you, Anasha. All right, we'll do roll call. Councilmember Golly.
Here.
Councilmember McGrath.
I'm here.
Councilmember Perrito. Councilmember Cummings. Councilmember December.
Present.
Councilmember Kennedy, absent. Council President Mantello here. The mics are working, okay? On and on. We'll open up the public forum. We would invite anyone that would like to speak on anything on the finance agenda to please come to
I moved that board away from
the. Sorry for folks I need to.
Nasha, what about that wire in the corner that's going on?
We check the sound system?
Yeah, I think it may be a problem with the actual lines to speakers.
Yeah, sound set there.
Did anybody come in and check it after the?
Yep. We came in quite a bit all afternoon, working earlier.
No, I mean like during the week, then after the week.
Well, throughout this afternoon.
No
3
actual
o'clock.
electricians went up and checked the wires.
Check. No go. Hi there.
Just have to yell.
Encourage folks to come towards the front.
Yeah, it's gonna be really difficult, even with the mics, it's hard to hear in here. No one would like to speak at the public forum for the finance? All right, we'll close the ordinance transferring funds within the 2018 general fund budget. Council President Mantello, at the request of the administration, do I have a motion? Motion, Councilmember McGrath. Do I have a second? Second, Councilmember Cummings. Andy, I have a couple questions. Thanks. Let's see, ordinance 140. The streetlights for DPW. Okay, cool. I was surprised 300. Aren't we? Are we starting the LED? Okay.
So when the budget was done in 2018 or 2017 for 2018's budget, we actually anticipated being in process at this moment in time. But because of the PSC change, we had to wait for all of that National Grid to come back to us with the new numbers. That was all delayed. And so the RFP is actually going out. It's going to Claudia tomorrow, and then it'll go out there.
But when we looking to get someone on board on it?
Well, I would anticipate the RFP process has to be a minimum of 20 days. Obviously, we want to keep that open a little bit longer. If you remember back in the 6 to 8 months ago, we authorized Siemens to come in and do an initial study. Now that we're done with that, part of the Article 9 is to actually go out to RFP. We can't just award these off to Siemens. So we'll obviously put that out for a little bit of period of time. We're going to split it. One is just going to be specifically to streetlights, and then they can also do facility improvements as part of the savings package. So they can bid one or both. And then as far as that goes, we have the number of settlement from National Grid already, so we just authorize that and then we can go into that. So it's a little bit different than, we can go two ways. Albany, you just saw, just did a big bond, right?
Right.
The 9.4 million. They did a different approach. The Siemens approach is what we originally talked about, where they actually finance the package for us and then we pay them. We don't necessarily have to bond. So it could be depending on who responds and who is awarded the RFP, could go either direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Councilmember McGrath, yes.
The light at 112th Street, are we gonna wait on this for that light?
Light.
112th Street, was
The
taken
one
down in an
that,
accident?
accident.
There's no light there, there's 4 stop signs? People blow through them all the time?
No, that's a traffic light though.
Right.
No, this is actually street
The
light.
street lights?
Yeah, so that has been on, they have already, the way much working on that to get that replaced.
Next week? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Because I'm
So
just
this
saying,
is just
it's,
strictly the streetlights, there's about 4,000 streetlights to
That's
the
nice.
city of Troy, I think we own like 5 already. So
Councilmember.
it would be a purchase of the streetlights themselves, not the city traffic
Right.
lights. The traffic lights are ours anyway.
All right. Further discussion, I'd like to make note, Councilmember Kennedy has joined us. Hello.
good evening, Council.
Any further discussion? Oh, you know what, Andy, I apologize. One more. The uniforms didn't last month. Last week, we upped it 30K.
Yep.
Now we're decreasing it 10K.
Came in lower than the number that they were gonna buy changed.
Okay, that's good. All right, that was for gear, right?
Turnout gear.
Yeah, yep, okay, cool. And obviously, we're saving money on healthcare.
Yeah, so this is a very conservative estimate on the savings. October, November were very good. November was the lowest I've ever seen for Blue Shield. This is based off assuming that December is the same as as February, which was the highest one we've ever seen. So that's a really conservative estimate of the savings. Obviously, Humana played a large part in the savings, but the usage has, like I've been saying all year, you don't know where it's gonna go. The usage got decreased as the year went on, so we are going to see some savings in that line. I would anticipate in addition to this.
Do you feel the kinks are kind of coming together or actually getting better with Humana? I know initially.
Initially, there were some, I haven't heard of many
Okay,
things, it was high throughout the year because of usage mainly on Blue Shield. As that's gone down, that's where the savings comes from.
okay. Further discussion? Thanks, Andy. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, 140 passes 7-0. 141, ordinance transferring funds within the 2018 water fund budget. Council President Mantello, at the request of the administration, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion, Councilmember Parator, do I have a second? Second, Councilmember Cummings, discussion? Andy, on this one, I only have one question. Have we ever taken property taxes before? Have we decreased them? We're taking 3K from the DPU administration property. What is?
Those are taxes to pay to the, like Brunswick and other municipalities where the water lines are. Those are subject to
Okay.
property tax.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, 141 passes 7-0. Ordinance 142, ordinance authorizing settlement of claim to Liberty Mutual Insurance Company, ASO, Matthew Shutt, plaintiff versus City of Troy defendant, Tracy Ford Index number 1224-16. Council President Mantello, at the request of the administration, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion, Councilmember December, do I have a second? Second, Councilmember Cummings, discussion, Jim, want to take it away?
Absolutely.
Looks like a good settlement.
Yes, good
Mike's
evening,
it
and
up.
Merry Christmas all. Is this thing working?
No.
Okay. Do we need it to work? Can I speak loud? Okay. As per the memo in support, This is an accident wherein the plaintiff was struck from behind by a city-owned vehicle. Maybe you're aware, maybe you're not, when you're rear-ended, it's like pretty much a slam dunk winner for the car that gets hit. Apparently, the Sonata owned by the plaintiff was totaled, over $11,000 worth of damages. There was a negotiated settlement for $4,000. Very good settlement in a case that was a pretty good surefire winner for the plaintiff. So I think this is a win-win for the city of Troy, and I would recommend that the council approve of it.
We appreciate your work on this, Jim. Good
I
job.
have to give props to Rick Morrissey, he handled this.
Okay. Further discussion or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 142 passes 7-0. Resolution 118, resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a 3-year agreement with QuickMed Claims LLC for ambulance billing services for fiscal years 2019, 2020, and 2021. Council President Mantello, at the request of the administration, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion, Councilmember Parator, do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Councilmember McGrath. Andy, you want to bring us from point A to Z?
So, the contract is expired with the current ambulance billing company. It was extended and those extensions have expired, so we had to go back out for RFP. We had 7 responses to the RFP. When we began reviewing them, 2 of them made reference to a New York State regulation regarding Medicaid billing from third-party billing providers to the city. That regulation states that it must be at a flat fee and cannot be based on a percentage of dollars that are collected. Of the 7 responses, 4 had a percentage-based fee tied to Medicaid claims, one of which is our current provider. And there is no disputing how good this current provider has been to the city in its transition, answering the questions, and revenue collection. The Corporation Counsel's office, our office, and other people spend a lot of time researching this regulation. To see, there was no reference in any documents as to even where it was. We ended up finding it, made sure it was still in effect, and it is. And the recommendation that we received is even though it's a regulation, it has to be followed. So unfortunately, the current provider for ambulance billing could not be even selected. Because we had 3 responses that were in compliance with New York State regulation, we could not reissue the RFP. People responded properly, we went from them. So we went through the 3 responses. We had phone interviews with all 3. QuickMed Claims was very impressive in their proposal, in their presentation, and even in the beginning steps of working with them to get the contract done. We had a very short timeline, so the council's aware of getting this even to the, for tonight, because of the time it took to research this regulation and making sure that everything we had to follow, to make sure it was real, look at right things. So with that said, that, the presentation is saying that they can even, looking at our data, that they can increase our revenues even more. Obviously, we'll see over the next 3 years. The contract is for 3 years with a 2-year option at the end of the 3rd year. We'll see how the 3 years go with them. But we really had no choice to leave. They have to follow New York State regulations. This firm is based out of Pennsylvania. There was 1 response from New York State, 1 response from Nashville, and this firm is in Pittsburgh. We interviewed all 3. This is, probably, in our opinion, the best proposal. Pricing, so the council's aware, it's 5.6. Before I go, we currently pay 5.75% of total monies collected by the current company. With QuickMed Claims, we will pay 5.65% of non-Medicaid related revenues. For Medicaid, it's $15 per claim when Medicaid is the primary insurance, $3 per claim, and Medicaid is the secondary insurance.
What are we paying now?
We pay 5.75% currently.
Council President, I have a couple.
Council member, are you done?
Yeah, we can keep going after
No,
this. I
it's
just-
just-
Council member
I'll
McGrath.
stick here though.
Yep.
So this is because of the Medicaid pulls up the ambulance or the medical transportation business.
It's for all medical related, it's between the provider and the billing company.
Right, exactly.
But it's for any, that was the question, because it's written as medical, so does ambulance fall into that, or is it a separate category? The opinion we got was it fell into that category.
Okay, so we will charge, so that's all right. Now, the other one is, I mean, do we know of any municipality that they currently use this firm?
We spoke to 2 references in New York State. One was just ending their implementation.
What was it?
One was Twin City, and I don't recall the other one off the top of my head. Both of them, one had been with them long term, I think it was about 7 years. One's been with them 10 months. Both had nothing but praise to say.
And the last question I have,
And I will note, we did not call them because our numbers aren't comparable. They bill for New York Presbyterian.
there's this, it's always been sort of an issue of it's called soft billing.
We don't do that anymore. You go, we
Not at
have,
all?
we have collections.
All right, so if they don't pay, what, it goes right to
It
the
goes to
collection?
collections.
So they handle this.
No, we have another company we use for collections. We implemented that probably 2 to 3 years ago.
When does that expire?
I'll have to check soon.
I would think it's coming up.
It's coming up. I can look into it.
Okay.
Very good.
I will note, there will be a lag in 2019 of ambulance billing revenues. Just make everyone aware of that now. There is a transition time to get Medicare and Medicaid up for billing, just to switch over. We will get all of our money. It will just,
Take time.
it takes time to get, you look back at the quarterly reports in 2015, you'll see it lagged, and then as we got it up and running, we got all of our money.
And there's no way, Andy, to continue with the present company on like a 3-month?
No.
Just to keep that?
No,
down?
it is,
It's-
as of 12/31, the contract expires, and not being in compliance with the regulation, it's not,
Yeah, you're gonna get your money anyway.
But they
Well, you will
been
get
in compliance,
Federal
right?
government,
no.
Until, so they
Well,
have,
no.
Welcome to the federal
at
government.
all.
at all.
Councilmember Cummings.
Just confirming
Sir.
that lag is just a cash flow thing.
That's a cash flow thing, but when you see it on the,
We'll see it
when
on
you
We're
see
gonna
it on
see
the
it on the
quarterly
quarterly.
report, you're gonna ask,
We're
and
gonna
I'm just
see
getting
it.
ahead of it now.
That's a catch-up.
Do you have an anticipated timeline that it'll catch up? Within the first.
3 to 6 months.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, resolution 118 passes 7-0. I will take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Motion, Councilmember McGrath, do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Councilmember Gully, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we have 10 minutes till our special.
Did 104 go through finance?
Yes.
No, it wasn't finance.
They were
It
both
was
tabled as
state.
special.
It was tabled as special. The fire.
I went, I double checked.
There's an ordinance too.
No, no, no.